Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to study the topic balance of payment part 2. In the previous topic we had already covered the definition of BOP and BOT, but here once again we are going to study what is BOP. So BOP is the record of all the economic transactions between the resident of a country and rest of the world for a period of 1 year. And BOT is the difference between the value of exports to the value of imports. Now the very important topic, that is the difference between BOP and BOT. So on the basis of three important points we are going to differentiate BOP and BOT, meaning BOP record all economic transactions between the residents of a country and rest of a world for a period of 1 year. And BOT, it is the difference between the value of exports and value of imports. Components, it include visible items, invisible items and unilateral transfers, whereas BOT include only visible items, that is import and exports of goods. Capital transaction, third basis. BOP records all transactions of capital nature, because in BOP there are two accounts, current account and capital account. So in capital account we record all transactions of capital nature, and BOT, it does not record any transaction of capital nature because it record only the import and exports of goods. Now there are two types of items in the current account, that is debit item and credit item, because in BOP it works on double entry system. So on the debit side we record imports of goods, imports of services and outflow of transfer payments. On the credit side we record exports of goods, exports of services and inflow of transfer payments. Now the second account of BOP, which is capital account, it record all those transactions which cause change in asset liability of a resident of a country. The components of capital account, it has three main components. The first is investment, then external borrowing and then external assistance. From the flow chart you can see investment has again two parts, that is direct investment in the form of FDI and portfolio investment in the form of FII. Now debit and credit items in capital account. So debit items in the capital accounts are lending to abroad, investment to abroad, increase in foreign exchange reserves. On the credit side, the credit items are borrowing from abroad, investment from abroad and decrease in foreign exchange reserves. Now we had already covered what is current account and capital account. Now we are going to differentiate between current account and capital account. This question had already come in the recently in the CBSE board exam. So current account, it record all those items which does not cause any change in asset liability of resident of a country, whereas capital account, it record all those items which cause change in asset liability of resident of a country. Second difference, it includes all items which are flow in nature, and capital account, it include all those items which express change in stock. Third difference, its component are visible items, invisible items and transfer payments, whereas the components of the capital account are investment, external borrowing and external assistance. So on the basis of these 3 points we can differentiate. That's all for this class. Thank you, dear students, for listening. Thank you.